Hello guys, and welcome back to a new video. Finally, the most important day for I guess Tesla owners this year. I have with me today the new Tesla Model Y Juniper 2025 and the old Tesla Model Y, and in this video I will do the comparison. This is my own car. I have it for 1.5 years. It has 50,000 kilometers on it, and this is the brand new car that I have it for the last 3 days, and today I will do the comparison. I drive it a lot. I also did already a video where I test the range, so I try to charge it to 100% and then discharge it to 0. And if you want to see that video, it's really interesting. Definitely check it out. I have a little bit of experience also with this Model Y. I drive it a lot, and I can give you my feedback on how it's compared with the previous one. I have both here, and I try to compare a little bit the exterior and some elements, and then we will go inside, and I will give you also, I will share a little bit from my experience. So now, first of all, we will talk a little bit about the front end, right? And a little bit of design, exterior design. So as you probably know, Tesla with this new Juniper tried to improve the aerodynamic, try to make it more efficient than the previous one. And also this is one of the reasons why you can see the front end, it's a little bit lower. It's a little bit, you can see both right here, it's a little bit lower, it's more aerodynamic, and it's a little bit more aggressive if you look at the lines. Plus it comes with this new design language, which they take from Cybercab and Cybertruck, and it looks really interesting. If the previous version looked kind of the Model 3 and it doesn't have his own personality, this one, it has his own, it's unique, his own personality. So you can say, yeah, it's kind of a brand new car. Even though the battery and the motors are quite the same. I'm not comparing the different version, I'm talking in general, but they are basically the same. They didn't make improvement to the battery. The motors have been some improvement. For example, the lubrication for the new Model Y have been improved. So also the magnet from the motors have been improved to make it more efficient, but not huge amount of changes. Improvement was like incremental small improvement to this new one. As you probably know, the range, it's also improved to around 35-40 kilometers in general. Talking about all the version, 35 to 40 kilometers better. Now, the biggest changes from my experience after I test drive it, and after I drive this car for such a long time, and after I drive this new Model Y, I have to tell you the biggest improvement are made to the suspensions, to the dynamic of the car, to the insulation, sound insulation, and also to the comfort. The safety features, autopilot, work kind of the same. Yeah, of course, this one has the newest hardware, autopilot full self-driving hardware 4. I will show you when we go inside. So it should be a little bit better, more improved. Plus the new one have a new camera down here in the front, which help the autopilot system, which help the parking system, and also all that safety thing. Plus this camera here, it's heated and also can be washable from inside, which is great. I mean, it's a great feature. I also drive it, and when you go close to the objects in the front, you can make sure you're not hitting some object with this new one, which is a big improvement. It's a big step forward. Regarding the driving, because I drive both of them, I have to tell you, this one is much more dynamic. It's come close to Tesla Model 3, a lot like Tesla Model 3. You have that nice planted feeling when you're driving in curves and also at high speed, where on the previous Model Y, because I have it and I know it, sometimes in curves and when you drive at high speed and when you go left and right with the steering wheel, it feels a little bit like bouncing around. It feels a little bit unstable, but this time, this one, they really improved the dynamics. I saw a lot of reviewers in the beginning when they reviewed this new Model Y, and they say like, okay, why Tesla did the body stiffer? Because the body is now stiffer, the suspension, geometry, and kinetics have been improved, and everybody say, also the sound from the suspension when you go over the bumps have been improved. And then people say like, why they do it stiffer? Because many people complain about this old one, that it is a little bit stiffer and it's a little bit noisier. And then after you drive it, you understand. They try to make it dynamic, but they improve the suspension in such a way that they feel much smoother over the bumps. So over small to medium bumps, it's amazing. Over big bumps, you start to feel a little bit stiffer, but it's not that the quality is not good, it's because they wanna do it like that. They set it up a little bit more dynamic. So Tesla is orientated, and they wanna orientate the car through dynamic to sporty feeling and not too comfortable feeling. And they did a fantastic job. I mean, regarding the dynamics, you have to try it, you have to go test drive it. If you test drive the Model 3, you see the dynamics in curves are just incredible. And now, what they did with this old Model Y, they tried to make it to get it closer to Model 3. It's not exactly as Model 3, but you can imagine that the dynamics, the way it stays on the road, the steering have been improved as well. It's different, and also the braking system have been improved, so the pedal is no more linked to the regenerative brake. Now it's kind of play his own individual role, but the regenerative brake have been improved, and also the wiring inside the car have been improved in terms of efficiency. So they try to make it as efficient as possible, not only from the design and from aerodynamic, but also from the point of view of mechanical and technical stuff. Anyway, I have a few separate videos on my channel where I explain you everything about those improvements. Definitely check out those series of videos with Model Y, because you can get a lot of information from there, from test drive review, static review, and so on. I don't want to make this video too long. So the aerodynamic have been improved. On this one it's 0.23 drag coefficiency, on this one is 0.22. This one was the most aerodynamic SUV in the class, and now of course this one now is the most aerodynamic SUV in this class, so probably one of the most aerodynamic SUV in the world. I mean, tell me in the comments which other SUV have 0.22 drag coefficiency. So it's incredible. Also, I drive it at high speeds, like buttery smooth through the air, and you don't hear too much noise from outside because the window have been improved as well. So now it has acoustic glass, double glass everywhere, and we will talk about that in a second as well. There are so many things to say about the car, but I want to try slowly and make it to a part. So first of all, we start with the front end. So you can see the front end have been redesigned. If until now we have the headlamps up here, you can see right now we have it down here a little bit lower, and I tested yesterday and they are really good. Also from my point of view, they are much more improved, they work faster, and the light it's much more brighter. But you can see now they kind of redesign and they try to put it down here. The daytime running light before was here, now we have this light bar that goes across the front of the car. Turning signal is here, and on the previous one it's also around here, you can see it around down here, so it's pretty visible on the both sides. I don't know, it's just about the tasting, but this area here have been a little bit lower, so you can see the car, it sit lower. And what I noticed, because I park the car in my parking garage in the same place, and I take this one home and I park it in the same place, I noticed that this one is more compact. So I think it is a few millimeter, a little bit smaller from the side, and also it's a few millimeter lower from the upper side, because I can measure on my garage. So it's a little bit more compact and a little bit lower, the ground clearance a little bit lower, so they try to make it as aerodynamic as possible. Other than that, down here you can see we have the air intakes for cooling, also the same active cooling. Also on the left side, the same story. The only difference is that we have the camera, and of course we have a different design. The air curtains right now, they are much bigger. You can see here, where here it's much more smaller, so they improved aerodynamic. The air will flow around the car and around the wheels much easier, which is also a big improvement. And also this area here have been improved, where here was much more pronounced, those lines. Here is much more steady looking, much more cleaner looking. The windshield look basically kind of the same. I don't think they make many changes there. Plus the wipers are the same. You have the same protection, this plastic protection around the wheels, which is very useful. I like that. This is perfect. It has a little bit of different design than the old one was kind of flat. This one have a line here, but yeah, basically kind of the same design. Now we don't have any more those flappers, mud protectors around here, so you can see this new one, it's without it, probably to improve the aerodynamic. And also even on the old one, you still have those plastic to protect the paint of the car, so you can take it out as well. So if I want to take it out, I can take it out myself, of course. Another thing, the tires and the rims, you can see those are the old plastic cap aerodynamic rims, and those are the new one. So I can see right here the new ones are much more flatter. So from what I understand from the guys from Tesla, right, they improved aerodynamic much better. You can see this is much more pronounced, much more outside those lines here, and this one it's much more flatter, you know, much more cleaner look. Plus the tires are special. This one are winter, but the summer they are really special to improve the aerodynamic of the car. I'm not sure if you can change those plastic caps to here. I don't know, I didn't try, but probably if you have the old model, you can do this improvement. But also the improvements are also not only on these plastic caps, they are also to the wheels. Anyway, going forward, here we have the cameras. You can see I have the old hardware, because here, if you come closer to me, I don't have the red one. If you look there, it's not red. See, it's kind of bluish, but if you go here, you have the red light. I don't know if you can see it. So this one is the new one. Otherwise, it's basically almost the same. It's a little bit different in design. Even the turning signal here, yeah, it's quite different. You can see it has a different design. This is for the first time when I noticed that. Also, another change, the mirrors size are the same. You can see the back of the mirrors. It's kind of clean design, where here you have this line. And this line have a role of improving the aerodynamic and the sound of the air that hitting the mirror, you know. So also this is an improvement. And then you have the same mirror glass here, and also here, the same mirror glass. Around here, the edges, it's kind of the same. So you can see these black edges are the same also here. And also you have of course, the sensors and the cameras around there. And also here, kind of the same window. So basically the side of the car, even the handles are basically the same. So the handles are quite the same. The only thing that they improve now is the sound of the door. When you close it, hear this out. You hear it? Where here, you hear that? So it's a little bit, I don't know, harsh. Ooh, it's so harsh. It's like metal to metal. You hear that? And here. Oh yeah. It's like, it's double. It sounds better. The quality have been improved also to the doors, to the different areas. This is the 2023 model on mine, and you can see the glass are kind of, it's also double in the front, but it's a little bit different, where here you can see it's double, but it's also a little bit different. So they say they improve the acoustic of the glass. Also on the rear, you have double glass here. You can see it. And from what I understand, on the new model of 2023, you can see right here, it's also different. So double glass also here, but it's a little bit smaller on the rear. Here in the front, it's a little bit bigger. I don't understand the reason why, but yeah, what I know is that when you close it, it sounds better. It sounds better quality. Going on the back end here, you have a much square window on the rear here. Plus, you can see this area, it's made on two parts. So this is a separate part. And also they extend this area here to improve the downforce. It's 27%. You have more downforce on the rear wheels. That will improve the handlings, and you definitely feel that. I mean, I tell you, the handlings and the driving feeling on this one, it's super nice, super dynamic. Plus, of course, on the rear, you have this super nice LED light bar that goes across the back of the car, which look fantastic in the nighttime. Right now it's day, so you can't see so well, but in the nighttime look great. You have the camera up here, and you have the button for opening the trunk here, which is incredible. And why is that? I will show you in a second. Other than that, this is quite clean design in the back, but what I like more on the new one is the fact that we have this new bumper, which is extended. It's like 4 centimeters extended. That means if you hit something with the back of the car, you will hit with this plastic and not with the paint of the car, which happened before, and you have to repaint the car, rechange, much more expensive than changing this plastic. I changed it on mine, it was not so expensive, very easy to change. Plus, from what I understand, this plastic is different. It's made for a different type of plastic, which is much more flexible, so they're able to make this kind of shape and line, and you can see these edges on the plastic. It's really interesting. I mean, you don't see this kind of plastic with a lot of edges and design on it. So flexible, so cool. Plus it has role of aerodynamics, so it's much more aerodynamic than the previous one. And the LED light, you have it here on the number plate down here, and it's LED, of course. And then here you have the lights for the reverse and fog lamp right here on the side. And if you open the trunk, you can see right now here you have the turning signal, because you don't have any more the lights around here, and you have the tail lights will be red here if you stop the turning signal on both area. Now let me show you the back of the old one. Man, this new one looks so good. Let me show you the back of the old one. I'm not saying it looks bad. Let's start with the upper side, where you have only one window, which is much more rounder, and you have one piece of door from here to here. You have also a lip here, but it's not so pronounced as the old one. Then you have the tail lights, which you saw it before. Here, the thing is that here you have the button a little bit lower, and then you have the camera here, which is get dirty faster. I noticed on the new one, even if I drive yesterday around 600-700 kilometers on dirty roads, it didn't get dirty so easy, where here it's get dirty easier. Plus, if you go a little bit lower, you see that the plastic here, it's on the almost on the same line with the paint. So when you hit it in the back, you have to repaint it and stuff like that. So it's much more efficient on the other one. And other than that, some light reflectors, and you have this plastic, simple plastic here. Those are the difference from outside. Otherwise, the charging port is the same. I don't think it makes any sense to show you the charging port with the exterior design. On the side, by the way, on the wings here, you can see the wings on this old one, shoulder, kind of a shoulder. And then if you look at the shoulder here, it's kind of, yeah, not big, not big difference, kind of very, very similar. But if you go from the back a little bit more, you can see that this new one have much more stance, and it feels more present, more interesting. And when I drive it yesterday, I feel quite special to drive this car with this light bar, which no other car on the industry have. It's 1.6 meter. It's so unique, it's so cool. It's like you're having a little bit of Cybertruck, unique, crazy things on your car, which make it much more interesting driving the car. You feel more special, if that makes sense. Because we are here, let me go to the trunk, open the trunk to the new one, and basically it has the same opening as size, but we have here, you can see here we have textile material everywhere, where on the I will show you in a second, on the old one you have some plastic and you have only soft material around here. Otherwise the same light, same huge entrance, you have soft material here, where on the old one you have plastic, same storage space here, same protection for the trunk. Doesn't make sense to go into detail with that because you can see it also on the review video. And then here you have the buttons where you can fold down the seats electrically, and it's folding down pretty quick, which is great. This is a new thing on the new car. You have those folding seats in a super quick way. You press those buttons and they fold up and back, super simple. And you can see even when you fold it down, the front seats, it's moving to make space for this one. Now, let me close this and let's go to the old one to show you. Going to the old one, open the trunk. This is the opening. Yeah, basically I set it here because I have that in my garage. I have something up. You can see here you have plastic everywhere, right? So you don't have soft material. You have here soft material, the same soft material as there, where there you have everywhere. Here you have also those speakers. I think you have it also there because there you have more speakers. You have like 16 speakers on the car, but they say like they hide it behind some soft material, some soft material. Then you have the entrance. Also here you have plastic. There you have soft material around here, and then also here you have plastic, there you have soft material, here you have plastic, there you have soft material. So it's a little bit of difference here, but in terms of size you basically have the same trunk, so it's not a huge difference here. The only thing is that now if I want to fold down those seats, I have to press this button and then fold it manually. When I want to put it back, I have to go on the side and put it back, okay, just like that, put it back manually. So this is the difference between this and the new one. Otherwise, in terms of size, it seems to be quite the same, useful. I open the front on this one. Let me open it on the other one as well. If I go here, and you can see here it's quite a difference. Also the same, you open it from the app or from the screen and you open it like that. This one have a little bit more squarish opening, where here is much more rounder, you see. But in terms of size, you can see for yourself, it's basically the same size, really same size. Here I have also this protection, which I can take it out. The good part is that on the new one, you can see it's water here. You're probably wondering why it's water in mine, because here I have some liquid for the wipers, and it's just spilled inside here, and I have like 1 liter of water here. You can see it's still wet right now. I think I have 1 month and it's still a little bit of water here. And you can see you have this hook down here, plus a light with the emergency button there. But the good part on the new one, you see, if I had the new one, look at this, even though you have the same space, the hook is here, hide it, look at this, it's hide here. But on the new one, if I spill that liquid, look at this, I have this thing where you can, yeah, you can let the water go down, you know, so you can wash things here basically. I'm not sure, but if you spill some water here, I think it will be fine. Yeah, I think it will be fine. You can put also some water here if you want to wash something or keep your beer cold or something like that. Other than that, this is it. It's basically the same. By the way, I forget to show you the liquid wiper. It's here on this one, and on the old one it's right here up, so you have to try a little bit more. There is much more easier to put the liquid for the wipers. I think the front end look much more better, much sexier here on the new one, with this lip here outside with those lines. I think it looks much more interesting. Plus down here you see you have this plastic paint, where here you have this plastic mat, so if you scratch this plastic or you hit something, it's not such a big deal. Then you hit this paint, you have to repaint all the part. So that's also something practical that people didn't talk about. And other than that, you can see the ground clearance on this one, it's a little bit higher than this one, it's a little bit lower. So you can see with your naked eye that it's much more compact, much more lower. First of all, very important, in the old one, I can also stop the lights and also stop the lights, put it on auto. Let me show you, the steering wheel, it's round on the old one and it's a little bit softer, right? It's good grip, I can't complain. You have also the stalks to put in gears here, and you have the stalks to change the turning signal, and also for the wipers is right here. Now the thing is that the seats, guys, the seats, it's a problem for me at least. They're much more smaller here, much more compact, and also the side support, it's smaller. So I don't know, I wish to have it a little bit wider. So even the side support, I feel like I hit them here on the side, you know, I feel like I hit this side, and it's not so comfy on the long trips, you know. I feel like I stay on a child seat. I don't know if that makes sense. And also the headrest, it's another problem for me, because the headrest, I feel like I stay with my, look at this. I feel like I stay with the head like this, you see? I will go on the other car and you will see it's a difference. And then at long trips, I have some pain around here, around this area. So where on the new one, you don't have that, which is much better. Plus, those seats are only heated. They are not ventilated. So in the summer like today is like 20 degrees outside, and you will sweat down here. Even if you turn on the climatic system, you will sweat down here, where on the new one you have ventilated seats, so you're not going to sweat because you can turn it on. The center console, basically you have, yeah, it's basically the same. It's a little bit different there, but basically the same useful storage space with a little bit of difference. You have also this armrest, kind of the same quality, a lot of storage space here, a lot of storage space here, the same as on the new one. This is new, I put it here, it makes no sense. And also you have the wireless charging, basically almost the same as on the new one. You will see the center console when we go there. Now the dashboard, you have some wood, real wood, soft material here, soft material here, but it has kind of a different design. Plus you don't have the ambient light around here, around this area, how you have it on the new one. And also on the doors, you will see that you have this woodish design. Plus you have the material quality, also soft and nice. The pedals are basically the same. Here is not soft, look at this, this is plastic, wow. I forget that. You see here is plastic. The soft material, it's only on the upper side and also here. But down here it's plastic, where on the new one, we don't have that. Look at this. On the new one, you have soft material here, soft material, Alcantara, of course this is the launch edition, soft, and also soft here. So everywhere here you have soft material. Even here inside the door bands, you have this carpet material, where on the old one, yeah, on the old one you have also carpet material inside here, but you have this plastic, that's the difference. Yeah, launch edition, the pedals are the same. Now, the same adjustment from the seats, and the seats now, this time it's a little bit wider, which I very, very much like, because I feel like I have more space here. I feel like I have more space left, right, look at this. I can move left, right with my back, where there I feel already like I'm stuck, you know, in place. Plus the headrest, I'm not like that. You see, on the other car I feel like that. Now here I can stay with my head a little bit straighter, which is much, much better position for long trips. And the headrests are also wider. They are a little bit smoother, I feel like softer. And yeah, of course I have ventilation seats, which is really, really great. Here you have soft material, Alcantara, and you have soft. So it's basically almost the same in design, but on the new one you have the ambient light, which look better. It has a better finishing inside the car, that's for sure. The center console, you can see it's quite different. It has a different design. When I came from the old one to the new one, I really noticed better that the finishing look better, look nicer, look much more cleaner. A lot of space here, a lot of space here. It's the same in terms of space, but it looks much better. I don't know, it feels much better quality. The steering wheel is much nicer. It's a little bit stronger. The old one is softer, so you have a better grip. You have the buttons this time here for the cameras. And by the way, this is the camera, the front and the rear camera, and this is the new camera, which you can wipe it. You can wash it from here. So this is something that you won't have on the previous car. You have just side camera and the rear camera, but now you have also the front camera, so you can see what happened in the front, and you can activate it from those buttons on the steering wheel. And then you have here the wiper, the light, and here you have a stalk. I forget to show you when you were on the other side. This is the new stalk for turning signal, turning indicator. Every time you turn the signal, you can see also the camera if you want to have it, but this one is special now only for turning signal. And what I like very much about it is that immediately when you turn it on, look at this, when you put it once, it stops automatically. It's not like the old one when you put the signal and then you try 3-4 times to stop. No, this time it's like it stopped immediately. Look at this. This is great. This is something that I like. Other than that, on the upper side it's a little bit different. Here we have this kind of touch button for hazard light. Before was a physical button, and then you have some LED light, the same camera, the same mirror here. Another thing that I notice here is the fact that this screen, it's a little bit smaller, so it's a little bit tinier here. I forget to show you on the old one, but this new one, it's a little bit tinier. It seems to be smaller, I don't know, some more compact, and I like that. More screen, but less edges, if that makes sense. So they try to make it much more smaller. Probably it's also lighter. But other than that, it has a different graphic. Right here, you can see the car. Also, what is different inside here, excepting the camera, is the fact that here, if you go to climatic system, right now you have the cooling seats. Look at this, you have heat seats, heating seats. This is cooling seats with blue, and you have heat with red, which you don't have on the old car. And you can see it right now, or basically, let me turn it on also on this side. So you can see right now I turn it on. No, it's not working because it has to be a person. Here it's on the level 3, and what I notice is that it works really good and it's not so noisy. I don't know if you can hear it. It's on maximum, but it's great in the summer because you're not going to sweat under your pants, which is fantastic. Now, regarding these cooling seats, if you go to climatic system, you have a new extra feature. You still have those HEPA filters, 4 filters like the previous version, but now you have this swing option, which the air conditioning will swing left to right. You see that? It goes left and right. How cool is that? In order to send the air, yeah, and you can also adjust it like before, but it's the new technology of the air vents. Anyway, if we go here, the most important thing when it comes to dynamic and drivings, if you go to dynamics, we have now chill mode and sport mode. Is no more standard, it's called sport mode. So you see the difference. We will talk in the test drive video about that. And deceleration, this is a new thing that they add to the car. Standard is the same as before, you know, like one pedal drive, very strong recuperation. Reduce is that when you release the acceleration pedal, it's much more, it's rolling a little bit more, it's much more smoother, you know, which is really, really good. And then you have the same thing like light, standard, heavy, regarding the steering wheel, how you want to have it. But this one we will talk about in the test drive, how it works and why it works like that. What else? Autopilot, kind of the same. We have full enhanced self-driving autopilot. We will talk about that in different videos. I don't want to make it too long. I want to show you the software here, and then we will end up. It comes with full self-driving computer 4, AMD Ryzen lithium battery, and you can see induction. Yeah, the motor on the front and permanent on the rear on the all-wheel drive version. So yeah, I think I cover everything. Other than that, it works really, really fast. The navigation, it seems to work a little bit better, not huge difference, but a little bit better. Regarding the screen, I think I'm done. Let me show you the glow box. Glow box, it's also different. You can see right now you have an LED there, but now it's with magnet and it's a little bit tinier, which also save a little bit of weight, which is pretty cool. By the way, yes, I have something else that I want to show you. We can, now we have a rear screen on the rear, so you can also kind of control it from here. You can see you can change what you would like to see on the rear screen, where on my car you don't have rear screen. Plus, regarding the seats, you can adjust these side seats. Check this out. So from here you can adjust this front seat. You can do that also on the old model, but what you cannot do on the old model, look at those buttons. You can fold down the rear seats from here. Check this out. If you press this button, look at this in the back. You can see the seats will fold down. So you can fold it down from the button here, from the front screen, and also of course you can turn on and off the seats, heating seats or cooled seats. And I think this is all in the front. Here we have so many things to talk. Even the doors, guys, if you look at the doors, yeah, let me come on the other side. I want to show you something cool. So the doors quality, the same soft material up here, same soft, and even lower here you have soft material and carpet material, very good quality. Here is the speaker, here is some textile material. But what is interesting, if you look inside here, look at that. You see in the front you have the emergency opening, right? So in case you don't have any more battery, in case you are, I don't know, the car is locked, you can unlock it from here. You have this button, which is bigger now than the previous version. You have this unlock, emergency unlock, from where you can unlock it manual, right? But on the rear, basically, the people will never know where it is, because it is, right? You don't have that handle here. How you go out from here? In case you don't have electricity, you make an accident, the driver is unconscious or is dying or whatever, how you go out of the car, right? So you see down here, look at this. You see down here, you have this plastic cap. And then you pull this, right? Yellow thing. So this is how you go out, right? How cool is that? Not many people know that, but you should know that. If you buy the car, you should look at the manual. Anyway, you should read the manual, because in the manual you find so many things like that, useful thing. Now I have to put it back. Usually people don't take this out, but I take it out just to show you what it is and how it is and for what you can use it. Regarding those rear seats, they are 1.5 centimeters larger than before. They are perforated right now, here and here. They are not ventilated, but they are perforated, which is great in the summer. You're not going to sweat so easy, but they are much more comfortable than the previous version. Plus, they are a little bit longer. On the previous version, they are a little bit shorter. Now it's longer, so you sit better here. Here in the middle, this is the armrest. You can fold down, of course, the middle part. And then behind the front seats, it's also different. Even though you have rubber, you have this kind of storage space, a little bit different. And then, of course, we have this screen, which is different right now. You can also set the climatic system from here, and you can choose the position of the air, sorry. And then you have also the seats. So you can turn on the heated seats, because you have heating on the rear as well. You don't have ventilation, but you have heated seats. And then here, you can adjust this front seat. Look at this. So you can adjust the front seats from here, from this button. And you can also fold down these seats from here. Look at this. So you see, if it feels it's something, it's going back. So if it feels you have your child here and you press by mistake, it's going to stop. It's kind of have a safety features, which is great. And of course, on this screen, your kids or the people in the back can listen music or play music, or can watch YouTube, for example, or even games. So let me show you the YouTube. So you go on YouTube, you have internet connectivity, you can watch wherever videos you want. So it's pretty cool. I mean, it's great to have this option, and your child can play some cat videos, funny cat videos or whatever, and then they can sit in the back and look at the screen in the same time, where in the front you do whatever you want to do, because you can see what they see here. So basically you can see what they see if you go into the menu, but yeah. Let me go out of here. So you have also Netflix, by the way. They can watch Netflix, Twitch, and Tesla tutorials, but they can go to games and play games. And here you have also the settings with the brightness of the screen, which you can make it much more brighter, just like that. So you have games, you have YouTube, Twitch, Netflix, and you have, of course, the seats and the ventilation on the rear. Super cool stuff. And then you have two USB ports, 65 watts. which are very powerful. The space is basically the same, good here in the middle. So regarding the space, guys, let me go inside. You can see now this is more extended. Look at this. Look at very clear. Then we will go on the old version to make a difference. This is the space here. This is how I stay. I stay much more comfortable. It's really much more comfortable. I feel visibility is fantastic, also was fantastic on the previous version, but now I have great visibility, perfect space. I can stretch my legs completely under the front seat, so I can stay here without any problem like that. I can go in the middle without any problem like that, so it's super comfy. It's a little bit stiffer on the back, but super comfortable. I can stretch my legs. I mean, it's one of the most spacious SUV. Also on the head, I have big amount of space on the head. Even if I'm here, huge amount of space. I'm 173 centimeters. Plus, very important, guys, look at this panoramic glass roof. I didn't say nothing about it, but I will say now. It's 7 times more sun reflective than the old one. And now I can test it because both cars will stay here in the sun, right? For the same amount of time. And then if I put my hands, you feel a little bit warmer. Right now it's a little bit warmer. It has a silver coating inside it, so it's reflecting the sunlight much better. On the side here, you can see the differences in the back. So it has kind of a much more smarter glass, so they really redefine, remake it. A lot of soft material everywhere. Down here is soft, here is soft. You don't find any plastic. You have to try to find plastic in the car. Usually in the cars you try to find place where are not plastic. In this car you try to find place where are plastic. So you can see even here you have soft material, here is soft. Let's go on the old one. So you can see on the door, yeah, here you can ignore. Here you have soft, here you have soft material, here you have soft, but down here you have plastic, right? Plasticky. And also here you have plastic, look at this. All this is plastic, where on the, here it's also plastic. And also here it's plastic. So on the new version, you don't have all that plastic around there, right? Those are the seats. So you see, they're a little bit tinier, this one. They are not ventilated. The leather feels very much the same, so it's not big difference in terms of leather feeling, but the same armrest. But they are better design, you know, better design, and they are ventilated, and that's good. Otherwise, same Isofix. Here you have soft material, some storage space, but you have plastic. On the new one, you don't have that plastic. Going inside, you can see those are also shorter, a little bit shorter. So my knees, you see, my knees stay a little bit higher than the new one. I have a lot of space also here. I mean, in terms of space, it's huge amount of space, but they are much more comfortable, and the headrests are also smaller here than the old one. Visibility is great. The panoramic glass roof, look at this. It's different on this one, and it definitely feel hotter, a little bit hotter than the new one. So I feel like it's a little bit hotter. I can make a difference exactly right now, but it's definitely hotter as you touch it. And here you don't have a screen, you have the vents, 2 USB-C, and a lot of space. Plus in the middle, the same huge amount of space. I mean, even if you get the old version, I mean, you have a lot of space. The same in terms of comfort in the middle is basically the same as on the old one. Now here you can adjust also the seats, guys, from here. So you have a button here where you can put the seats straight like that, or you can go all the way on the back, right? So it's fine. But on the new one, something that I forget to show you, it's you can do it from the buttons. Let me show you. It has some buttons down here. So if you are here and you have those buttons, so you can do it electrically. Look at this, you see that? You can do it electrically straight or all the way on the back, so that's pretty cool. Plus you can also fold it down from here, from those buttons. But coming here on those seats, it feels different. It feels much comfortable, much more comfy. Yeah, and definitely this window, it's a little bit colder. I hope I didn't miss anything, and if you have questions, definitely ask me down below in the comments. That was the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you get some useful information. If you have questions, ask me down below, whatever question you have. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Also, if you want to buy a Tesla, no matter which model, you can use my referral code. I will leave it on the description, also on the screen. So if you need help, write me in the comments. I will leave all the technical data and the changes that Tesla did to this new Model Y in the description of the video, so you have it there. Check it out. Also check out the other videos, test drive, full review, night drive, because you can get a lot of infos for there. From my point of view, it's really deserved to make the upgrade if you already own one to this new one, which you saw already which type of upgrade they did. Also, I forget to show you the ambient light. Probably you saw it 1000 times, but you can change the ambient light colors and stuff like that. I think it really deserved. Plus, the great advantage, and what I was surprised to see, is that even the inflation in the last years grow a lot. In 2023, right, I buy this car for 45,000 euro. And if you buy today the same Model Y upgrade, same battery, you buy it for the same price, 45,000. I mean the LFP rear-wheel drive, not the long range. But basically all versions have the same price. Tesla didn't grow the price, but Tesla improved the quality of the vehicle. Much better safety features, much better ride quality, much better seats, ventilation, and so on. That's it. Thank you for watching. Stay safe. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. And yeah, we see you soon in the next one. Bye, guys.